Hello guys, welcome to this video and channel. So today we're gonna talk about something which is pretty important, at least in my opinion, from what I used to do when I was gymming quite hard, things that were important to me to keep improving. So today I think this is more a video for those who really care about progression. They're not just going to the gym, they stop 1 week and then they restart. No, this video is more for those who are really interested to progress in the most optimal way, those who really are caring about details. So this video is going to be about using exercises that are accessible in all gyms. So wherever you go, you will usually be able to follow your program. So that is something that as soon as I started traveling around, going on vacations with family and stuff, this is something that I would basically care about, because what I've noticed is that when I used to go to my gym, the normal gym, basically when I would change and go to another gym, if you take it from the sticking to your routine videos that I make, I really like to be in the same conditions. The same conditions offer me a way to measure, and so when I'm not in the same conditions, I lose this trackable method. Basically, when I always am on the same bench in my gym, it's the same equipment all the time. So each time I would go to another gym, for example, I would realize that, well, the weight is not exactly the same because the bench might not be the same, the bar is not exactly the same, and the conditions are just changing. And so it's not easy to actually know where you stand each time you change to a new environment. And so this is why I think that the minimum is to actually have exercises which you can do in all the gyms wherever you go. So obviously when you're gonna travel, or if you have to change gyms frequently, you might not be able obviously to always be in the exact same conditions, but still, if you choose actually exercises that you can use everywhere, this is putting you really in a strength position, because you won't be missing the workouts that you're supposed to do. One thing that I never really did when I'm doing bodybuilding and my routine is that I don't really do unconventional lifts and stuff like that, or use machines, because machines are really unique in the way they're built, and there are many machines, many brands. And so if I travel around, I know that with the machine that I have in my gym, I probably won't find it anywhere else. Whether if you need to do an exercise like pull-ups or an exercise like rowings, with a barbell, well, there's a chance that you're gonna find this in another gym, because it's a very popular exercise. And so these are accessible exercises. This is what I mean by choose exercises that are accessible in all gyms. These are exercises that you're almost 100% sure to find wherever you go. So being in the same conditions is always a plus. It gives you measurements, trackable methods. It's very helpful, and even more at an advanced level. I would say that if you're a beginner, it doesn't matter as much, but the more, basically the better you get, the more of these trackable methods you need, because as you can see, people say that it gets harder and harder to improve. So the more basically you can be invested in your routine and the practice, the better it will be as you get advanced. And anyway, I want to say that these exercises that you find in all gyms usually are the best ones. Conventional exercises, for example, rowing with a barbell, pull-ups, the bench press, all these exercises. I'm not saying that they're the best. Some people might not really benefit as much as others, but usually sticking to the basics is probably one of the best things that you can do. And the machines, well, if you're gonna find a good machine, something that is actually not from the commercial terrible gyms that are sold and they're not even adapted to anyone's body morphology. These ones, I'm not talking about these ones, but the ones that are actually well made, then these ones are good. But again, you're probably gonna never have the chance to find it anywhere else than in your gym, because it's rare that you will find the same machines unless it's the same branch. So that's also one thing that I wanted to talk about. If you're gonna travel, one thing that I'd always be looking for when I was traveling around would be the Techno gym equipment. So That's because the gym I was basically using had Techno gym equipment, which I actually pretty like. I don't know, there are some people I think that don't really like it, but I think they're doing, you know, pretty good stuff with that. And so each time I would go to, you know, travel or going to other gyms, I would actually try to find these you know, gyms that had Techno gym equipment, because that way I could be in a totally, you know, different place but still find the same equipment that I find in my regular gym. So I would actually have trackable methods and you know, use the exact same equipment that I use when I'm at home, etc. So I think that, you know, finding a gym that is a branch, an international branch like, you know, Virgin Active in the UK, it can be anything else, is a good thing, because most gyms from the same branch, they basically use the same equipment. So what can we remember mostly from this video is that being in the same conditions is probably one of the best things you can do to improve, and even more when you get advanced and you need to stick to a detailed routine and be invested in the practice. Choosing for yourself exercises which are accessible in all gyms is something that can really help you out the day that you have to move, or you just have a job that, you know, implies that you have to travel quite a lot. And finally, you can actually try to find a gym around, you know, your town that is a famous branch, and so each time you travel you can actually find the same equipment, or if it's not the exact same branch, well, you can look online for gyms that seem to have the same equipment as you do in your own gym, and this way you will actually help yourself progressing better in these cases where you have to change and move around. That was it for this video, guys. I think it just goes with basically the sticking to the routine. I'm just kind of like making videos where I try to convey my way of doing things in the gym and how I've been improving fast by, you know, sticking to methods and having trackable methods. And this video is obviously linked to the sticking to the routine videos one that I've just done. So I hope it helps. It helped reflect. And if you liked it, you know, feel free to share, like, and subscribe. And I will see you next time.